Hello everybody and welcome to a new vlog. We're back in the car and it's a very rainy day in Milan. Let me show it to you. The spring has not quite sprung just yet. As long as it doesn't rain during Fashion Week, I'm completely fine with it. The truth is though, it literally rains every single time during Milan Fashion Week. I don't know how that is possible because honestly, I don't think it rains that often in Milan. Or do you think it does?
No, it doesn't. Only Fashion Week.
Well, today we're running so many errands, you guys, that I don't even think it's pleasant. Why did nobody tell me that you need to collect so many papers in order to get married? Did you know that, Filippo?
No.
I also didn't know that. Honestly, like, especially for us.
That's why people go to Vegas, baby.
Yeah, but also in Vegas, don't you think you need your birth certificate?
No, in Vegas you don't need anything.
Nothing? But then it's not a real marriage.
No.
So how do people get married in Vegas? Because like literally I need a birth certificate, I need it verified, I need it translated, I need it stamped and I don't know what. And also, why does birth certificate have to be less than 3 months old? It's not like anything changed about my birth since I was birthed. Like the birth certificate should be like 1 and you have it forever, no? Anyway, I also need a certificate that says that I'm not married currently. But imagine now we find out that I'm married, Filippo. That's not possible. Anyway, so lots of paperwork this morning. Then we are heading to Monaco, which I'm kind of looking forward to considering that Milan is looking so grey right now. But something very exciting is happening, which is also some sort of errand running, but very exciting kind. Our furniture is arriving. When is it arriving? Tomorrow?
No, now.
Right now?
Yeah, they're loading it.
Are we gonna ask for some pictures or are we gonna go and have
No, you're gonna have the whole surprise because guys, that's something you need to know. So Tamara has no idea, and to be honest, I'm a little bit stressed because you know our apartment in Milan, it's very much Tamara with my touch.
But I've done everything, but I've asked you about everything if you like it.
Yeah, no, of course. We always like everything. That's why I feel very confident about this thing. But because Tamara was dealing with so many things in the last 2 months, you know, fashion weeks and stuff, I didn't want to add anything on your plate. So I said, let me do everything, and I did. And there is gonna be some kind of things that you might not be happy, like I know, but it's gonna be very cool. It's gonna be very much my taste, but I'm sure that you will be very happy. Also, you know, we have already a house that looks very white and brownish, so this is gonna be a little bit more black.
The one thing that I'm not stressed about is that whatever Filippo likes, I like too. We have the same. Maybe it's the other way around. Maybe it's whatever I like, he likes too. Because actually, I'm a little bit more opinionated. He is more likely to change his mind. I'm more like consistent with what I like, I think. But overall, we generally like the same thing. The only time that we cannot agree on the same thing, like for example, what I'm noticing with the wedding planning, when we were looking through the PDF, there were these like 5 chairs, and the wedding planner asked us, so like which of these 5 chairs, and like we were just like both immediately like this one. Like we have the exact same taste. The only time when we disagree is when Filippo has some kind of idea in his head, but it's not like a very specific, it's more like a feeling, and then he cannot really put it in the words, and then the idea goes a little bit out of hand, and then it's like we're not on the practical path anymore, which is so unusual for a Virgo, but it makes sense because don't forget that his moon is in Pisces. So at the end of the day, it's all about the feeling as well. So yeah, running errands day, then off to Monaco, and guess what? I'm gonna bring you guys on all of this journey with us together. Home sweet home and mission successful. In fact, many missions successful. Today was one of those days that I feel like I have accomplished so many different things. Like, I kid you not, guys, I have done so many things, like from what you have seen, like paperwork stuff, to some like random things, to calls, marketing calls relating like lots of different plans and things. I'm trying to give this knit a chance, or a cape, but I am a bit challenged by how do you put it on. It's quite cool if this is how you put it on. It's a Magda Buttram new collection knit, and I think this is how it goes, but is it maybe like a bit too cropped. I mean, it's quite cool. The thing is though, when you have something like this, I have an idea how I'm gonna style this. Okay, hold on. I'm wearing, obviously I will need to remove the tag. Honestly, I have a wardrobe full of things with tags. Don't ask. Is this cool or like really random? I think it could be cool. This jacket is already quite cool, but I think, OMG, I'm loving this. I'm loving this. And the scarf is gonna stay because it's part of the knit. This is gonna be my travel bag. I need my passport. Do I need my passport? I think I need my passport. You might be wondering where we're going. I realized I haven't actually filled you in. Obviously, very, very necessary. My Noah hair and my Noah Slim. Yesterday, my best friend texted me to say that she's got so many new baby hairs and she's currently on a hair journey, which means that she's really trying to get, like, she has beautiful hair anyway, but she's like platinum blonde, and she said she's trying to get her hair back to, like, you know, on like virgin hair kind of style, let's say. And she said she's got a lot of baby hair, which obviously makes me so happy because, like, if I wouldn't believe in this 1000%, I wouldn't be recommending it to my best friend, obviously. So yeah, back to where we're going. We're going to Monaco, which, you know, because we have started receiving some furniture. Now, I want Monaco content to start kind of pretty soon in this vlog, so I don't want to talk too much about everything and nothing while we're still in Milan. And I'm excited / nervous about the furniture because, as Filippo said, I don't know anything about it. I'll tell you an honest truth. I am a little bit like stretched with so much that is going on with having a brand and having so many things to do with a brand and building a team around it, building like a system that works. We're like registering our products in so many different countries. Like, we have issues with like some things that we are trying to fix and figure out. And one thing is for sure, we're having such great feedback with the product, which makes me so happy. So like, I feel like as long as the product is so good and you guys are loving it, I can really do anything else. But obviously it's taking a lot of time. And I'm planning a wedding, and I'm trying to also look my best for the wedding. I'm trying to train and eat healthy and do all of these things that take time and effort. On top of all of that, it's Fashion Week. I think like Milan is obviously like the next one on the schedule, and you guys know the drill and you know how the situation is. So for me personally, like, I'm obviously doing kind of like my favorite brands, like same as usually, very, very feeling blessed and lucky and happy that I got invited to all of my favorite shows. So I'm just kind of like, you know, getting into that. And after that, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be Paris. So, and on top of that, apparently I've heard that the bed, which was my only responsibility for Monaco, is arriving sort of like end of Feb. So after Fashion Month, we will be able to kind of like properly like be operating from Monaco, which is exciting, but also a little bit scary just because it's a novelty. But anything that's new is scary, which is okay. Okay, well, I need to remove the tag from this knit before I forget, and I need to finish packing. I'm packed. I just need to close this, but I need to bring my laptop, my charger, my other like kind of stuff that I need to throw in, and let's go. Filippo's kind of downstairs already waiting for me. He came straight from an important meeting he had. While I was packing, I came here and I came to a conclusion that I am clearly not okay. Like, look at this. I mean, you guys know some of my favorite fragrances are here, but I think this is something I've been reaching to a lot lately, and clearly this one has been the fave, but I've also been loving this one for spring, and I would say that these two are more like autumn winterish. Anyway, as always, for sure I will write an article on my spring fragrances because you guys seem to enjoy that. Good morning, guys. I haven't really vlogged much last night. We arrived quite late. We arrived around 10 p.m. basically, and then it was just dark. And these are my new sunglasses. They're very, very large for the face. I don't know what you guys think. I love them actually. I just told Filippo, keep an eye on these sunglasses. You're gonna see them everywhere. First of all, as you can see, we're at Hotel de Paris. Actually, this is not their usual breakfast room. They're currently renovating their breakfast room until April, which is why we're having breakfast here. And even though this room is so exceptionally beautiful, we actually prefer to have breakfast in the other old room, just because this one feels a little bit stiff in a way, and we are quite like more of casual people. So today we have a few little things, some paperwork at the bank, and going to see the apartment and the new furniture. Now, I wanted to go last night because I'm dying to see it, but Filippo was like, no, you need to see it in the morning with the light. So I still have not seen anything. Am I scared? Yes, I'll be honest, a little bit scared, but also I really trust Filippo's taste. So that definitely helps. What did you take for breakfast? I want to see what's your breakfast this morning. A bit of granola, a bit of blueberries, and the yogurt. Sounds good to me. I know I've shown you this room before, but I think it's so beautiful. Let's see what's up for breakfast. It's basically the exact same breakfast as it would be in the other room, but I can see it better because lower. Because in the other room it's usually like on kind of 3-4 different layers, and then you don't really see everything that they serve. I really love their green juice, which is around here. There's not really much fit check, it's just the jeans. Actually, Filippo's knit, a blazer. I have a scarf as well, so that I'm not really cold. And I'm gonna have coffee. I'm not even hungry this morning because we ate dinner quite late last night. Gonna have my coffee and then we're heading to the flat. Bubba's at bank first. He's just trying to kind of make it more difficult for me, I guess. It's so quiet in Monaco. I've never actually seen the parking of Hotel de Paris empty. It's quite interesting, but I love it when it's quiet. I know sometimes people will comment and say, by the way, Monaco is so boring in winter. I think I've spoken to you guys already about this. For me, I love it when it's quiet. I love it when it's like a little bit more chill. So, you know, there's not too much, so sunny. There's not even too much kind of dragging you outside of your house, just because my life is kind of, as it is, already quite active. So it's also nice to have a little chill time, if you guys agree. Let's see the first impressions. You look very comfortable.
No, maybe the couch, even she said, you know, when I saw the couch.
So comfortable. I just think we're gonna have to also cover that part there.
Yeah, we will cover everything slowly, don't worry.
You look very big. We don't really have such a cozy, comfy couch, to be honest.
No, we do.
I love it. Guys, I never in my life had a couch this big that I'm so little in the couch. I don't know how to present it, but yeah, I'm really loving the console. The thing is, you can't really see it on camera as how beautiful it is. We're also gonna cover this. The TV is gonna go here, and this is gonna be our cozy, comfy spot. I think this is gonna be my ultimate nap spot. And I'm not a very like famous napper. Yeah, Filippo's now showing me. There's gonna be art here. And honestly, I'm very picky with art, so I'm a bit scared. One thing that I cannot wait for it to arrive are the curtains for sure. Because we have a lot of windows here and it's a really well lit space, let's say, but we just need the curtains. So I can also freely vlog. One thing I realized is that the last time we were here, this was different, so you haven't seen, but they ripped out the wall, which was kind of like masked wall type of situation, and it's going to be some sort of like vintage vibe mirror, something like that, let's say here, and obviously the bed and everything else. And then I didn't put the lights on, but I think you can see well. In here, one thing that I personally have to change is this. I think like men predominantly shower with this. Obviously this is a bath and I like to have the bath, but I think I'm gonna need also a handheld shower here. I'm gonna need to change that. You see, Filippo?
Of course.
I mean, not change it, it can stay, but I also need a handheld.
The only thing is that because it's all marble, it's difficult
So beautiful.
to make holes here, you know.
I took my shoes off because the carpet is in. I wonder if this leaves a lot of fingertips. No, it doesn't actually, because it's kind of like, has this, what do you call this? Like a little vibe. We have so much marble in our other place that we did not want to do like marble tables, as you can see. I want to show you more, but the problem is we don't have curtains yet, and obviously you can see a lot through the windows on the location, so it's perfect and it smells so good. I'm very happy. You did a good job. You did a very, very good job.
I was a bit stressed.
But you did a very good job.
Yeah? Really? Mwah.
It smells so good. Honestly, this, wow. I know that you guys asked me what's the candle. It's Gabrielle. Currently at FNAC, where we're trying to find a TV, and we obviously looked at everything, but guys, we don't have a TV at the moment in our house at all. And it's been a very long time since we had a TV, so we know nothing about TVs. But it's okay. What we were very much looking forward to, because the electrician is at home, is that they will deliver right away and then the electrician can put everything up. But they cannot deliver today because they're full, which I thought was kind of crazy. Like, how many people are buying TV today? Apparently many people. So not just us. It just seems that like Monaco is so quiet and empty that I'm like, really? There's other people here? It's also the school holidays, so apparently a lot of people decide to leave and just, you know, enjoy with their children. This is the current situation. Filippo is, I think, taking care of the payment. I, in all honesty, also really love a good projector. The only thing is that how much can you watch during the day? Well, this is kind of look day and you can pretty much see a lot, and this is the Leica smart projection, which I'm pretty much loving. So beautiful. But yeah, let's see, we have to start somewhere, I guess, with this TV situation. I think, by the way, for my apartment in Belgrade in Serbia, I'm gonna want a projector instead of a TV. I feel like, I don't know, it's gonna be more with the vibes of the apartment, but I'll talk to you about that later. So these bits here, I can already bring like the sandals and things, some like workout clothes to have here. I already brought some workout clothes, I think. We have some stuff. Remember that I left some stuff already here, but because this whole place was going through deep clean, we obviously needed some more time to put things in. One thing that I have no idea what to do with is this, because I don't know, like, for example, what are these for? Like, is it for like accounting folders, my books, or is it for bags and clutches, like skinny totes? I don't know, I'm gonna have to figure that out. Maybe like all kinds of different storage, maybe, I don't know. Because then I'm thinking probably bigger bags are here, and I'm also gonna have to fix that. But luckily these are flexible, but I'm gonna have to adjust it to the bags. Well, this is perfect, but I know that not all bags will fit. Who wants a little update? Let me tell you, there's not really much to show, just because, like I said, we don't have the curtains yet. They're gonna arrive before the end of the month, so relatively soon. And it's quite hard to show stuff because we have windows and then we have mirrors and then you know what I mean. So this is why I love this so much, and I can put like the blinds down and you know, it's all perfect. So we have a couch, a coffee table, we have a TV console. We just purchased a TV and the speakers, however that will arrive in 5 days time. We're not gonna be here on that day. I will be doing the Milan Fashion Week, so that is still to arrive. We have, obviously, we have the 2 carpets. We brought the lamp from Milan actually, because I once received this floss lamp, which we also already have in our Milan home, and we have the exact same one. I received once the exact same one. I think it was from my management team. I received it for my birthday once, so we decided to keep it like for when we need like exactly this. We have a little stool and a little table that is not a coffee table, but it's like side table, a mirror, and then we have, do you remember that for Filippo for Christmas I bought this, now Italian words are like, speaking 3 languages every day, guys, is not easy, but it's okay. Vinyl player, and we put, the electrician just put it on the wall as well. So what's missing? The bed, the mattress, the curtains, very, very, very important. And then we will need to get some little things here and there. And then Filippo just told me, by the way, I hope you understand, we are going to be here for the whole of April. Now, I already have some jobs confirmed in April, so there are already some things that I know I will have to be gone for, and I'm gonna see how well connected the Nice airport is. That's gonna be like the test of time. I have like several actually trips in April that I need to do, so but in general I would expect that I'm gonna bring a certain amount of clothes. This is one thing I just don't understand, you know? How much clothes should I bring? And am I gonna be one of those people that always has something but not enough in this house, and like that's in Milan and that's, I don't know. But I've done it before, so I'm not too concerned. I need to check what is going on. There's so much work, guys, going on right now that I'm just spread way too thin. And it's been like 2 mornings now that I'm waking up with like this like cortisol level rising, in the sense that I'm like waking up and thinking, oh my God, I have to do this for the wedding, and this for the flat, and this for the other flat, and this for the wedding, and this for the job, and this for Noah. So it's just like, I need to start to meditate. I am meditating, so I just need to do maybe like more of it. But long story short, I think I'm gonna come first with like 2 suitcases full of spring summer clothes and kind of unpack that and start there. And then when I'm traveling, bringing with me my most kind of used things and worn things. And I guess like, you know, I can already bring a lot of like sandals and things like that that are currently sitting in like my 3rd wardrobe in Milan flat, so they don't need to, you know what I mean? Like the summer kind of stuff can be here, because I think the majority of the summer will be here, which is perfect. It's looking good. I'm very happy. I'm very proud of Filippo because I think he's actually done a great job. Lunchtime, a little salmon tartare. It's actually very delicious. Comes with a salad, and guys, this looks so good, and it's very tasty. We came to this restaurant called Madawan. It's like a cafe, some sort of restaurant vibes. I love it. We're walking a little bit in Monaco, as you can see. Of course, we went to the health store in Metropole, and now we want to go to AP to see if they have any of the novelties available to try on, so we can see what we want for this year. Let's ring. I didn't really vlog much today because, in all honesty, the day got very overwhelming with emotions, with everything, and for some reason I think like New York Fashion Week's catching up with me a bit, and I'm so tired. So we're now at a dinner at this super fancy place on top of the Hotel de Paris called the Grill. I'm having sibas and a little bit of mashed potatoes, and honestly the view is spectacular here. It's a very like fancy dress kind of not fancy dress in English. British English means costumes. It is kind of like elegant dress code, and we're both very casual because we were both so tired and just wanted to eat. And the thing is, like, during the winter months in Monaco, not everything is open. I can imagine that this restaurant in the summer months is so gorgeous. First of all, the service is incredible. I love it. People are so nice. They let us come in casually dressed, and I'm eating now a very yummy dish. So I have to fill you in on so many things. Hopefully we're gonna do some more fun stuff tomorrow. But until then, it is what it is. Wow, what a glorious morning. Good morning.
Good morning. Done.
We had the best night's sleep, right?
Yes.
This, okay, gonna take a few pictures and we have to get going, right?
Yes.
This, what you see, does not mean that I did not order the bed. I did order the bed, but we still...
I think we should go for this one.
I think so too.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
We still need the mattress.
Yes. Plus,
We were looking at the mattresses. Yeah. It's too hard.
it will be painful to sleep in such a soft mattress, you know?
I think it's more painful to sleep in the hard mattress, having a nap.
What do you think, Lily? All soft?
I love it. This is so funny. Find the mattress in the shop. You know, it's kind of like this vibes. Yesterday, when we stopped by at Sephora, which I don't think you've seen, it was very quick. I only bought two things, and it's like one thing. I bought my favorite lip gloss 2 times. It's very often sold out. I will link it below for you guys as well. Did I buy the right shade? Yeah, I did. For a second, I thought I didn't buy the right shade. It's a bit sunny here, so here. Is this the right lip gloss? It looks a bit darker or more pink than my usual one. It's not too bad. It's fine. I bought two. I'll just gift one to
Can I have this
a friend. Yes, you can. Here you go. It's not too bad actually. Maybe with like also when I'm a bit more tanned. These are too pink. But it's my literal favorite lip gloss. I don't know what shade I have anymore. For some reason both Filippo and my phone is not working. So I need to figure out what's happening. Home sweet home, my favorite people. I wanted to kind of like come here and have a nice little chat with you guys because I feel like this vlog included a little bit of everything, a little bit of home, a little bit of Monaco, lots of new things. I mean, I wanted to give you really a sneak peek of the Monaco apartment, but that wasn't fully possible because the curtains haven't arrived and literally it's windows everywhere. So you're just gonna have to trust my word. I mean, I tried to film from above, but then the perspective also looks really weird. And the lighting looks, I don't know, it was weird. What can I tell you besides, yes, I most definitely got the wrong shade of Pat McGrath lip gloss, but you know, I will give it to friends, to people, whatever. We will find an option so that it's not a waste for sure. That's guaranteed. I think like my favorite shade is something like Nude Venus. I tried to figure it out. So I'll link it below. And talking about my favorite makeup products, I am besotted with the new NARS foundation. By the way, I used to be, these are two different shades. Wait, I'll show you the right shades. The biggest fan of the Natural Radiant Longwear foundation, but this is the newest Natural Matte Longwear foundation. I'm sure you've seen it. It's the weightless, soft focusing blur foundation. I'm wearing it right now, and I'm currently the shade Santa Fe. This is Barcelona, this is Santa Fe. When it comes to the matte, wait, I'm gonna try and swap. You are actually standing on it. It's my little tripod. This is it, what I'm wearing on my face right now. It's the one that Kaya Gerber is the face of, and this is literally insane. This is going to be my Fashion Week foundation. That's how good it is. I love it. I've been so obsessed with it. There are a few kind of like things that I've recently added. This is not the blush I wanted to show you. The blush that I got obsessed with from NARS that I just bought in New York is also the Orgasm Edge. It's Chef's Kiss. But yeah, I want to tell you about the foundation because I don't remember being so in love with a foundation in such a long time. We got back, we have a ton of things to do, especially because we are starting the Fashion Week. It's all about the samples, the looks, the other stuff, but basically this video perfectly sums my life right now. Preparation for the wedding, preparation for the new home in Monaco, preparation for the job that I'm currently doing, and so many other things as well, like balancing private life and everything else that is happening as well, that is not work and it's not like these projects that are kind of side projects. I mean, I want to say like wedding is a side project, but honestly, it's such a big project that it feels like a full-time job. Yesterday we had a very long haul with our wedding planner because we have so many things to do that I feel like I don't know, how do people do this? But also, I don't want to be a bridezilla. I'm not a bridezilla at all, actually, because, or am I? Maybe I'm not the right person to ask. Anyway, so this video summarizes everything about my life right now, getting the wrong lip shade, but really loving Filippo's take on the furniture in the apartment in Monaco. I think he's done a great job. As soon as the fashion month is over, we're gonna be like basically relocating to Monaco, and I can tell you that that's where it's gonna get really real, and that's when you're also gonna see, when we have the TV, we're gonna have the curtains, we're gonna have the bed, we're gonna have the mattress, we're gonna have the bedding, we're gonna have all the little annoying things that I don't think are fun to buy, like a vacuum cleaner. Apparently I have to buy a vacuum cleaner. Not excited about that, but it has to be done. So that's it, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed this video, even though it was a little bit all over the place. I hope you liked it. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you for subscribing, for commenting, for liking, putting thumbs up. All of that stuff means the world to me. Thank you. Love you lots. I appreciate you guys, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye, guys.